And step 1, 2, 3, 4. Then snap and slide back. Yeah, that's the way.
What are you guys doing?
We're practicing our synchronized jazz dance moves. It's what all the tough gangs are doing.
Oh yeah, I saw the 51st Street Tacos doing a neoclassic, postmodern, open shut, Dick and Balls version of the Lindy Hop just last week. I was so intimidated, I shit in another guy's pants.
Hey, I got some real bad news.
Who let this broad in here?
I'm no broad. I'm clearly a tough Brooklyn male. Based off my deep voice, that is nothing like a female's.
I buy it. And you should too, listener.
Someone's murdered Pony Boy.
Oh no.
It's gotta be one of our rival gangs. Either the Greasers, the Sox, the Jets, the Sharks, the T-Birds, the Pink Ladies, the Spiders, the Ravens, the guys who dressed up like baseball players, the Deuces.
Where are the Deuces?
Oh yeah, the Wanderers, the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood was from Stone Cold, and we're more of a biker gang, not really a street gang.
Oh yeah, pretty much everyone else is on the table.
There sure is a lot of the gangs of New York. Am I right? Eh?
Hello? This is him. Really? Okay. Thanks, Mr. President.
What was that?
It was an anonymous tip. The gang that killed Pony Boy are hiding out on the West Coast, in a little town called Compton.
Oh shit. I don't think we should be here.
Oh, come on. Sure, they look scary with the guns and the mean faces, but we have a power that they can't begin to understand.
What's that?
The power of jazz dancing and snapping fingers. 2, 3, 4.
And snap, snap. Jazz hands. Hey, what are they doing?
That guy pulled a piece of cardboard and is now spinning on his head. That's incredible.
Oh, come on. They're better dancers than us, too? We're getting served.
I'm up for getting served. A hot plate filled with delicious waffles.
With powdered sugar and a glass of milk. Sign me up.
Yeah. We're bad. Straight up Brooklyn gangsta breakfast and shit. Come on, let's take my mom's Civic to IHOP.
Woo!
Hello and welcome to Sneaker Madness, the podcast about bad movies by bad movie lovers for bad movie lovers. I'm your host, Justin. With me, as always, our second Jackie. How are you guys? Looking good.
I look good.
Now, that's half.
I'm pretty awesome.
Okay.
But then again, everybody knows that.
That's the rumor on the interwebs. It's Street Gang movie week again after Sam previously picked Better Off Dead. Not Better Off Dead. Deadbeat by Dawn.
Deadbeat by Dawn.
And wasn't there another Street Gang movie that you threw down on one point? We talked about the Warriors for a little bit.
We did. It's too good to actually do on this program.
Yeah. Gangs of New York, we did that. That's a really dumb, fucking stupid movie that I fucking hate and I wish would never been made and I'd never even seen because I fucking hate it. And it's stupid with its dance fighting.
We didn't do that one.
Oh, I did that in my sleep. Of course we didn't do that one. It's a fucking Scorsese movie. But still, it sucks.
It sucks. We could. We just have to violate our rule because it's like fucking 3 hours long.
Oh, God. Fuck you.
Pass.
Oh, Jesus. No, that movie sucks. On streaming do's and don'ts this week.
Oh.
Got a few, actually. Starting out on Stars, Eddie Murphy in The Golden Child. 1986, I think.
It was pretty impressive that the little kid could do tricks like bring butterflies back to life.
Yeah.
He did that. The kid
And
did that.
He made a Coke or a Pepsi can mutate and dance.
He made gratuitous product placement.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was a film that I remember everybody making a big to-do about. Then they went and saw it. They were like, that's not very good. The critics lambasted it. It was kind of a flop. I think it still made money because Eddie Murphy's the fucking king of comedy.
I don't really find Eddie Murphy that funny.
No, I think he stinks. I'll go out and say it. Tell the internet, Eddie Murphy is not funny. Sorry, everyone that thought he was. He sucks. Charlie Murphy's funny.
Charlie Murphy is funny. I remember liking this movie as a kid.
And now,
Not so much.
not so much, okay?
I like the snake lady too.
I didn't like the snake lady. I thought the snake lady was an undelivered joke. Like, you could barely even tell what she was. It was just in such a flash that you kind of had to infer from the silhouette shots that you saw before that there's something going on downstairs. And then it's like, oh, no, what? I needed a better look at Snake Lady. Sorry.
I would have preferred a much longer look at Snake Lady too, but I still thought she was cool.
The dragon at the end is what everybody always remembers how shitty that looks.
That looks really bad.
Looks pretty bad. I've seen worse, I'll be honest. And
It's
I've heard
really a dragon and so much of a demon.
demon. Did I say dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a demon. Yeah. Dragoness demon, whatever.
Not even really dragon-esque.
It's got that pointy face.
It's got wings, but not
That's
all dragons have wings.
pretty dragony.
Yeah, well, you can be a dragon without wings.
No, yeah, but not have a pointy face and you're all skeletal and like scaly and stuff.
Best dragon ever is still the dragon from the Never-Ending Story.
That's a luck dragon.
Yeah, he's still a dragon.
It's a cocker spaniel that flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's stay on focus here, Jackie. I know you like talking about the Never-Ending Story, but let's talk about Golden Child. Why didn't we like this movie?
It wasn't funny.
Okay.
It wasn't entertaining.
Didn't have a lot of action.
No, not
No,
really.
It was boring. And the things that were supposed to get you, like the blood in the oatmeal, was just so poorly delivered that you just were like, yeah, okay, move on.
I will say that one of the most gratuitous shots I have ever seen, like, Jesus, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Still couldn't even save this movie for me.
Yeah.
The female counterpart jumps onto a hanging bar to like do a karate kick on some guys and busts a pipe open, causing her white shirt to get quite wet so that we can see her boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's like Andy Sedaris in your face.
It was serious. It's like, you've seen her 3 times. Now we're going to dump some water on her. Hot.
Where are we going to get the water? She kicks through a fucking wall and busts his pipe. That's so easy.
Yep. There you go. And it wasn't like pipe spray. It was like 4 buckets of water all at once.
Yeah.
No, I give this a, you know what? I'm going to give it a do. It sucks, but I still think it's worth a revisit for the people that think it's awesome. Check it out and realize, no, this Eddie Murphy guy. Yeah, I think I'm going to go watch Beverly Hills. That's a funny Eddie Murphy movie. And then you're going to watch Beverly Hills and be like, ugh, God, this isn't funny.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to give it a do not.
Okay.
I'll give it a do not because Charles Dance was unrealized in the film.
That is true.
He wasn't able to. There wasn't enough bad stuff to carry because it had all of the makings of a good stinker without just the garbage moments that would have carried it through, other than the wet T-shirt contest. Yeah, Charles Dance should have been allowed to, just freelance all over the joint.
He does not.
He does not.
Barely has any lines.
No.
Yeah. Charles Dance is the bad guy? Who's the bad guy? Next up on Netflix, Donnie Yen and
Chow Yun-fat.
Chow Yun-fat in The Monkey King.
This movie was magic. It was visually stimulating. This story was a little weird, but
Okay, let's give this a little backstory. Huge myth in the Asias to pull a Trump, but it's like a Hercules type myth where many people in a region believe in it. It's not just a country based myth.
Yeah.
China, Japan, the Philippines, Vietnam all have a version of this Monkey King character. So China made a movie about it. Very successful. Hugely successful.
Yeah, big deal.
Very big deal in China. Comes over on Netflix, and that's where we dive into it.
I really liked it.
Jackie really liked it.
I thought that the costumes were awesome.
Okay.
Some of the effects were pretty stupid, but and the monkey was, if you just ignored him, it wasn't bad. But that was the best monkey portrayal that I have ever seen.
A human acting as a monkey.
Yeah,
But you had to ignore him
yeah. Well,
to make it
because
not so bad.
I don't know.
Well, she does have a point.
Yeah.
The competition's not real. Real. You got Amy from Congo.
That's a robot, puppet or something.
We thought that Ed was going to be a man in a monkey suit. He was.
Yeah,
He sucks.
yeah. Yeah, Donnie Yen did better than both of them.
Donnie Yen put everything he had into this.
He went all monkey.
He went all fucking monkey.
And I thought, for a monkey guy, he was the best monkey guy I've ever seen.
I'm not sure that you're wrong. I can't really say I've got proof to say nope. Famed actor Patrick Stewart was a monkey in... You know what? Patrick Stewart might have been a monkey at one point.
At one
He did
point.
all those TV goofy movies.
He actually played King Lear as a monkey.
Yes, a monkey.
It was brilliant.
Did anybody else get a sense of maybe that... Now, ignore my ignorance towards China's film history other than the endless string of karate movies that I've seen and kung fu movies. Did anybody else get a sense that maybe this might be China's not Gone with the Wind, but Wizard of Oz?
That it was trying to be. When we first started watching it, I pointed out before we even started, I was like, I don't think the special effects are bad. I think they're all bad decisions because they're all so highly colorful.
Mm-hmm. Very saturated.
That it was just strange looking.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I mean, that's a very good comparison to Wizard of Oz. It had that same color palette as this film.
I wasn't bothered by that at all. I thought it was beautiful.
Huh.
And I didn't even think about it as a Wizard of Oz type of thing for them. But you're right. I do feel like that's a really good comparison.
Well, thank you.
I'm still confused by them. Like, I haven't decided 2 weeks later whether I liked it or not.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
It's something.
I'll say it's entertaining.
Okay.
If there's a fine line where I'm walking either entertaining or not entertaining,
It is entertaining.
I think it's entertaining. But it's baffling. I'm with you as well. Like, what is this? Am I not getting it? Or is this really shit?
I liked it.
You liked it, but at the same time, you're going, the main character I wanted to ignore, and he is on screen the entire time.
And they're constantly calling him a naughty monkey.
A naughty monkey.
He's a naughty monkey.
He is the naughtiest of monkeys. He is causing havoc in whatever place this is.
That was the subtitle of the film.
Whatever place this is.
Havoc in Heaven or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Just monkey shenanigans played by Donnie Yen. I'm going to give it a do. I think it's a wild ride. I don't know if I liked it, but at the end of it, I was like, I was so vexed that I have no choice but to totally give it a recommend.
Yeah. I'm in the same. I'm completely confused by it. It almost shattered my psyche, but it's a must see.
I'm giving it a do. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Let me put it this way. If you want to escape the reality of America, go to this universe because it is completely different.
Yeah. What? Those monkeys can fly.
Last but not least, on Epics, Robert De Niro and Zac Efron, a SMAVA contender, Dirty Grandpa.
I laughed my ass off at this.
Okay. All right. Jackie laughed her ass off.
I laughed periodically. It got me more than 4 or 5 times, so that's pretty good for a comedy.
I laughed much more than I was expecting it to.
Yeah.
We all went into this thing thinking it was going to be Mordecai, and it was clearly not Mordecai.
No.
There were jokes that were well set up, well delivered, well timed, and satirical, sarcastic, witty, but they were few and far between. It is not a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
But we did laugh, and I think as a sign of a comedy, it accomplished its job.
Mm-hmm. I can get behind those that have given it a poor review, though, because there was a couple of its like bombshell jokes were not just not funny. They were horrible jokes that were just bad decisions.
Bad decision. Yeah. Like this looks great on paper. You put it on screen, gets cut. Now, that's the thing, is that this probably didn't have a very heavy editor, or that they didn't have enough material to edit anything out. You watch the dailies and you go, you know what, that just doesn't work. Let's just not do that. Let's skip that joke. It just doesn't work now that we see it. Okay, fine. We've got all these other jokes. And then you've got a good comedy. You think the Farrelly brothers don't have fucking 500 jokes that they toss in the can because they look good on paper? He farts really loud. Oh, farts are funny. And then they see it and it's like, that's not funny. Cut, gone. Adam McKay, you think he doesn't fucking do that? Of course he fucking does that. This just probably didn't have enough material. Like, well, we got to leave it in. Otherwise, it's a 30-minute movie.
Well, another feather in its cap, despite I think it's a bad movie, it was made on $11 million.
Yeah. Quite cheap.
Quite cheap. They probably didn't have coverage jokes.
Yeah, probably not. You got to pay Bobby. You know?
Yeah.
And he's not a small chunk of change, even though he stinks. Yeah, I don't have the problems that the critics had with this. If I was working for the newspaper, I would have a hard time giving it a you should go see this.
Yeah.
I would not say that it's a 0 like the majority of them did. I think it's a 5. It's just bleh, the comedy. But I laughed, and so therefore I have to give it a recommendation. I laughed enough to give it a recommendation.
Yeah.
I give it a 2.
Yeah.
My do is like, if you've already seen all of the other bad comedies, why not this one?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. There's your streaming do's and don'ts. Sam, what have you brought us for the wild card?
Well, it's who would win in a knife fight.
Knife fight!
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's going to be between two shouldn't be leads in action movies.
Okay.
One of them is this week's star, Stephen Dorff.
Stephen Dorff. Oh, boy.
Now, he will be fighting who I consider to be who he wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to take the other character. The other person gets to go back into his prime. So it's Stephen Dorff versus a 30-year-old Kevin Bacon.
Oh, I was going to say Tom Cruise's.
Oh, no.
Well, he shouldn't be in any movie, so.
Or hold a knife.
Yeah. No, Kevin Bacon is a good comparison to the Stephen Dorff. Jackie is now on her phone because she does not know who Stephen Dorff is.
That's true, and I had to look him up because I can't. But once I saw his face, I've seen like a million movies with him in it.
Very distinct
that
face.
Young Kevin Bacon guy.
Yeah, he's the young Kevin Bacon guy with the kind of smashed up more face.
Yeah. He's a tood. He's tood bacon.
Yeah. Okay. So now I know who he is. I'm ready. I'm ready for this knife fight to commence.
I've had some tood bacon before. It's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Put it on a muffin. Tood bacon. Put bacon on their muffins. Sometimes I just say the weirdest shit. Dude, bacon on your muffin. Let's see here. Stephen Dorff. Now, they're both actors. They're not characters that they have ever played. This is human beings.
In their primes. 30-year-old Stephen Dorff versus 30-year-old Kevin Bacon.
Okay. Okay, so 30-year-old Kevin Bacon, he's already been trained in choreography.
He's been in Footloose.
He's been in Footloose is where I'm going. He's probably had to do some stretches to get limber.
Sure.
That's going to be an advantage over Stephen Dorff, who was in this.
Blade. Maybe. I don't even know if he was in Blade
yet.
He
had to have been in his mid-30s.
Yeah, he's probably in his mid-30s in Blade.
And he wasn't really action guy in Blade.
He was in The Gate.
The Gate?
Remember the horror movie, the children's horror movie?
Yes.
He's the star of The Gate.
He is. Not really limber. Not really physical role that he had to take on.
Was unable to get his baseball cap on straight during the entire movie.
Now, has Kevin Bacon ever held a knife in any of his roles?
He was the Invisible Man.
That's much past 30-year-old Kevin Bacon.
Oh.
Stir of Echoes. No. What's that one? Not Cape Fear. Where he's the boat captain, and he's the bad guy.
A River Wild.
River Wild.
He's probably 45 in that
probably
movie.
45.
Oh, yeah, he has a knife in that one.
Maybe we should put it out maybe they're 40.
I don't know. Is Stephen Dorff 40 yet? He's got to be.
He's got to be. God, what the fuck was
I don't know.
Kevin
Is there
Bacon in?
dancing in this night fight?
No, but I'm just using that as an argument that he's had a physical role and he's probably loosened up a little bit. He's a little bit more limber, less stiff, and that could be an advantage.
That's true. But is the other guy on cocaine?
Oh, well, I would assume that they're both on cocaine.
Mm-hmm. You would assume that they're both on cocaine.
Okay. Yeah, because they both look like cocainers.
I have a lot of hard times thinking of anything that Kevin Bacon was in between Footloose and Wild Things.
He was in the original Friday the 13th.
That is true. He has seen a knife. It went through his tummy. No, it actually went through his throat.
Yeah.
So that's bad.
Just based off looks of toughness.
Oh, Stephen Dorff, totally.
Yeah, Dorff looks like he would be able to take a knife. You know, like he could get stabbed and he'd still be able to keep going.
If we're going based off of visual appearance, I would not assume that he would take a knife as in getting stabbed. I think he would take the knife.
What about if we take the knives away because they're both Nancy's,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just who can make the poopiest face?
Stephen Dorff.
I bet Kevin Bacon would surprise you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm thinking Kevin Bacon.
Mm,
I bet he can be a real sourpuss.
okay, but it is
Still is a knife fight.
It is
but-
still a knife fight. I'm gonna go with Bacon here.
All right.
Just that limber thing, and I think he's tall too.
He might have good reach.
Yeah.
I don't think Dorff's that tall.
I'm going with Dorff.
All right.
He looks meaner, like a pit bull dog.
He looks that way.
Yeah, but that maybe is missing an eye.
But hey, going back to what Danny Trejo said about John Cusack.
He's
John
crazy.
He's fucking crazy. You wouldn't see that just by looking at him. I also think that Kevin Bacon might have a little bit of that
He might.
fucking nuts type shit. I'm going all Bacon.
So it's a split decision between Bacon and Dorff.
That means you get to choose.
I'm going to choose Bacon because he just
Damn
seems
it.
crazier.
Yeah. Yep. Crazy goes a long ways.
Damn it.
Usually will win you a knife fight just being insane. Sam, tell us about Deuces Wild.
Oh no, Sam just took a deuce in his chair.
That's wild. That's a real bad joke, Jackie.
My jokes have been shit all day.
No, I meant both of them are punchlines, and together it made one real bad joke.
Yeah. Well, Martin Scorsese has taken a number of large deuces. Most of them stayed in the toilet.
Speaking of Scorsese,
This one went wild. Scorsese was apparently a producer on this with famed Frank Caruso. Scorsese was able to get his name off while Caruso was not. Scott Calvert was known for pooping outside of the toilet. As a director, he gave us such titles as The Basketball Diaries with plus 13 sass Duncan DiCaprio.
Duncan DiCaprio.
And he did the Marky Mark workout tape,
Ooh.
as well as, of course, the cinematic achievement Deuces Wild. Calvert would go on to kill himself at the age of 49, leaving behind a wife and 2 daughters.
That's a real bummer.
Yes. To add tragedy, this was acclaimed cinematographer John A. Alonzo's last film. We would remember him for shooting such films as Chinatown, Vanishing Point,
That's good.
Black Sunday,
That's a good one.
Close Encounters,
That's a good one.
Tom Horn, and Scarface.
Haven't seen Tom Horn.
Tom Horn's great.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he died before they got done with this thing. I don't think he would have been too keen. I have chosen this film as it was for a time number 1 on the IMDb Bottom 100. I believe it held this title prior to the record run by Baby Geniuses 2, Super Babies, which I still hold as the last legitimate title holder, as afterwards that arena would become the most nonsensical realm of protest in the history of internet trolls.
Yeah, dude. Why even fucking bother?
Yeah. Currently, this film holds a Rotten Tomatoes score of 3%. However, since its days on the bottom 100 of the IMDb, its score has skyrocketed to a 5.6, which kind of puts my hopes up on it, that it might not be as bad as I'm hoping, or as bad as I'm thinking it's going to be.
I'm hoping it has some good riffable moments.
It should. Everybody that's in it. Ugh.
Yeah.
The film, during its original run, was able to return 6 of its $10 million budget.
Okay. That's fairly good for number 1
That
on the bottom
means
IMDb.
that it made its money back when they pressed the first run of DVDs, basically.
Possibly.
Got close.
Yeah.
The star-studded cast includes such heavy hitters as Stephen Dorff,
Right?
Brad Renfro,
Uh-huh.
Fairuza Balk.
Yeah. Heavy hitter.
She was in The Waterboy.
She was in The Waterboy.
These are all
Oh,
people
she
I've
was
never
in,
heard of.
No, that's Zoe Deschanel. She's the ugly Zoe Deschanel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think she's fine looking.
She's got those bad teeth.
Whatever.
Real jagged stripper teeth, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Frankie Muniz.
Frankie Muniz?
Andrea De Matteo. Wow.
Andrea De Matteo.
But this thing has plenty more bats in the dugout and arms in the bullpen. Keep an eye out for Balthazar Getty, Matt Dillon, Norman Reedus, Louis Lombardi, Vincent Pastore, James Franco,
James Franco?
Deborah Harry.
No, what?
Yes,
Well,
that Deborah Harry.
Okay, I could actually understand that.
And Johnny Knoxville.
Huh.
We will also be keeping an eye out for who our favorite good tough is and who our favorite bad tough is.
Aren't they all bad toughs? 'Cause
Like they're street gangs.
Yeah.
I mean, well, in the context of the us versus them.
The romance of
the
them.
film. So we'll have our favorite Deuce and our favorite, I think the Vipers are the bad gang.
Deuce and Vipers, I think it is.
Yeah, Deuces and Vipers.
I've never seen this.
No.
I've never seen this either.
Going in blind.
Yeah, I bought it. I spent too much money on it because it was a bottom 100 and it was, I think, $3.
Ooh,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It was a hard zap.
big breaker. It's got a 16 Metacritic score as well. We should toss in.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that it has a Metacritic score means that it was kind of a big enough deal for people to notice. At this point in time, what is this? 92?
2002.
A lot later than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Jesus.
92, starring an 8-year-old Stephen Dorff.
I have heard that it is very bad acting and a shitty version of take your pick, either The Outsiders, maybe that's why Matt Dillon's
Yeah.
in it, or West Side Story.
Sure.
So I'm nervous. I gotta admit.
It seems to have the exact same plot summary as Deadbeat at Dawn, so.
Kind of. But they want to clean up the streets from what my understanding is. It's like, hey, our girlfriend's dead. Let's pull a Charles Bronson and clean up this neighborhood with guns.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
They don't
and
have guns. It's
Knives?
mostly fighting.
Yeah.
In fact, the front of the case is like, before there was guns, there was guts. So they're fighting with guts. Maybe they actually have buckets of actual entrails.
It's a period piece, too.
1958 is when this movie takes place.
Yeah. Oosh. Maybe we should keep an eye out for a knife fight. See who wins. Maybe two celebrities actually get into a knife fight.
Kevin Bacon is uncredited as knife fight winner.
Yeah, then we'll be able to put that whole thing to rest.
Yeah.
It is currently streaming on Amazon Prime, so be sure to join us, you primers, and come back to us on Monday. And in the meantime,
Get to the street, chopper, taco truck.
hey fans, by now you've probably heard of my new podcast called Grit. We're launching the show this week with a limited release of 4 episodes. I want to give you all a special preview before we launch the show on iTunes and Google Play. So, enjoy this little teaser. The adults were just getting ready to call the children to the shore when just one word was shouted that will chill any beachgoer to the core. Shark! And then it happened. In just 2.5 feet of water, a 7-foot bull shark had bit into 8-year-old Jesse's right thigh. Vance saw a large pool of blood, and then he saw his own 2 children still in the water. Fearing for everyone's safety, and in desperation to save their nephew, Diana and Vance raced along the sands and into the waters. As they approached the group of children, Vance saw a horrible sight. The shark had moved from Jesse's thigh to his right arm. It was rolling and thrashing, trying to tear the boy apart. It would be the last thing Vance would see before he did the unthinkable. While the shark bit down on the boy's arm, Vance grabbed the 200-pound monster by the tail and pulled. If you would like to hear more, visit gritpodcast.com.
Oh yeah, I saw the 51st Street Tacos doing the neoclassic, postmodern, open shot, dick and balls. Okay. Very different.
Hey, I got.
Hi.
Boy,
I'm Jacko.
Okay. Hey. I got some real bad news. Fuck. I lost my Brooklyn accent.
No, you went British.
Hey. I got some real bad news. Fuck. I'm no broad. I'm clearly a tough Brooklyn male. Based off my deep voice, that is nothing like a female's.
Jackie, it's not this ever.
Ever. It's so hard to do Australian and you're nailing it. Hello, this is... I don't know how phones work.
Yeah.
Hello, this is him.